Hello, everybody. Before we start, I just wanted to let you know that I'm having a merch giveaway on my Twitter account. All you have to do is follow my Twitter at twitter.com/GBofficial and retweet the giveaway post so that I can select a winner on September 15th. There's actually 2 winners, and you'll be able to pick whatever item you want from my merch store. So go to twitter.com/GBofficial to enter. Hello, everybody. My name is Gibi. Welcome back to my channel. And this is the ASMR tag part 1. I want to see how this goes. But basically, I remember back in the good old days of YouTube when tag videos would go around all the time and creators would tag other creators and they would basically answer a set of questions or do challenges or something. So I compiled, surprisingly quickly, a list of 25 questions. I'm positive I could come up with 25 more, and I'm sure we could do an ASMR challenge tag where we're challenged to do like different triggers and stuff like that. But I got really excited, but I didn't want to make it too in-depth or crazy. I just wanted to sort of do this simpler one and test it out, see how it goes, and if you guys like it, we can do more. But I think as the ASMR community grows, you know, other creators, like, we just want to interact with each other. I think, well, I know I am a fan of so many creators' work, you know, because we all love ASMR as well as make ASMR, so I don't know, I just thought it'd be a fun way to mesh the community a little bit. And I will answer these 25 questions that, as an ASMR creator, I get all the time. So hopefully this double functions as sort of a Q&A, FAQ, as sort of like an FAQ. And here we go. So, most of these are for people who actually create ASMR content, but the first couple can definitely apply to anyone who watches it. Question number 1. When was the first time you experienced ASMR? For me, that was when I was, I think, in kindergarten. I have 3 distinct ASMR memories as a child. The first one in kindergarten, when we were playing pretend as little kids, and my friend had like a plastic stethoscope and she was listening to my heartbeat and going, okay, and I just remember sitting there and I was like so content. The first grade, it was a girl reading out loud a word problem, and I was kind of like a morbid child, but I remember thinking, like, if I'm on my deathbed, I want her to be reading this to me. I was a weird kid. It was something about a bicycle pump and like the nozzle and like the air pressure, I don't know, but the way she read it, and I guess like the trigger words, I just remember that to this day. And then in about 3rd grade, somebody was painting something for me. It was like at a Thanksgiving event in my school gymnasium. And somebody was painting a turkey for me and I was watching them do it. And that gave me like crazy tingles. So when I was a kid, and it's funny to look back on it now. Question 2. What was the first time you watched ASMR on YouTube? I've been watching ASMR for about 7 or 8 years. I started because I could not sleep. I could not lay in bed and fall asleep. I would get super anxious, I would panic, and I didn't have a TV in my room. Music was too loud for me. And so I ended up one day falling down like the YouTube rabbit hole, I suppose. And I found this video of a person whispering. And I'm pretty sure the first person I watched was Gentle Whispering ASMR. And I remember really liking it. And it was so long ago, I don't remember a lot of details about who I started watching first, like who I subscribed to first, but like probably like 4 or 5 years ago, I was just absolutely obsessed with Maria Gentle Whispering, Ali ASMR Requests, and Heather Feather. They were like my goddesses. And if you guys were part of the community back then, which it was a lot smaller, granted, but you knew. But I used to listen to so much ASMR, and now I listen to even more, so it's pretty crazy. A lot of people ask me who I listen to, and I would love to do an actual video. I know I can list at least 100 people that I actually listen to. I fall asleep every night, okay? Okay. Question 3. What's your favorite unintentional ASMR video? So I put this question in because I feel like a lot of us, before we found out what ASMR was, were triggered by like other things in our life. So way back again in the day, there were 2 videos that I remember. One of them has since been deleted, and it was a girl. It was supposed to be like sketch comedy, but it was super low quality, and she was making like cheetah bars or something, and she got like a cup of pens, highlighters, pencils, and she was like selecting each one and then rubber banding them together and then putting them on like a baking tin. And I watched that video so often, and I didn't know why. I just knew that I liked that part. And then the other one I can actually link because it's still online, and it's a die cutter video, so it's like an arts and crafts video, and I don't even own the machine that she's like demonstrating. I don't know how I found it, but I remember watching that one a lot. Number 4. Name the last 5 ASMRtists you watched. Okay, let me see. Southern ASMR Sounds. It was a Target shelf straightening and organizing video. Karuna Satori. ASMR doing your makeup and softly chit-chatting. ASMR Darlings, A to Z triggers to put you to sleep. Oh, number 4 is My ASMR, Binaural ASMR, the sketchy optometrist. And 5, Rainbow ASMR, plucking bad energy. So that was Rainbow, My ASMR, Karuna Satori, ASMR Darling, and Southern Sounds ASMR are the last 5 in my history. Okay. All high quality content. Number 5. What is your favorite trigger to listen to? I think mine is a mixture of tapping and then roleplay personal attention. So for tapping, my nails are actually at my preferred length for listening, which is fun. When they're like just over your nail beds, not too long, but like I think natural nails sound better. And the really casual tapping I like. And then I love in role plays when they're having you make a selection. So, here we have the Puffs Plus Lotion, which soothes sore sniffers. That's a mouthful. So when they describe the object they have in their hand, I really like. Or then when you're making a choice, like we have the red flannel or the white sweater with purple, or rather navy stripes. Sorry, I'm not colorblind, I'm just distracted. Which one would you prefer? Okay, awesome. And then they write down your selection. I just love role plays in general, I think, is my thing. I love role plays in general. What is your least favorite trigger to listen to, and do it? My least favorite trigger is, I always used to say mouth sounds, but they don't bother me that much. They really don't. They basically just like don't give me ASMR. They don't bother me. What bothers me is loud sounds. Like, the one thing I could think of was boxes being opened loudly. I'm sorry to do it to you, but like, or when they just rip open the box with no regard. And I can't open boxes delicately, so I usually cut out those parts in my videos. I'm not a fan of loud crinkling either. But there you have it. I like when sounds are consistent. You know, if everything's loud, that's fine. But I don't like when it's quiet and then it's loud. Question 7. Do you use ASMR to relax or fall asleep more? I feel like most people are like me in that I do both. So I usually have it on, I have a couple monitors because now that I have like a PC, like I'm streaming, gaming, and all that stuff. I usually have ASMR on my left monitor while I work on my right. It's like very common, like all day, for me to be listening to ASMR. But then at night, I find myself listening 9 out of 10 times, and usually the time that I don't listen to ASMR is because I'm like watching a non-ASMR video, or my phone needs to charge. So if you guys don't have sleep phones yet, I have a link because I believe that this is the best ASMR product in the world. So I literally have not gone a night without my sleep phones. And it's basically just like this headband with flat headphones inside, so you can sleep on your side. Because I'm a side sleeper, I always have to have my head on the pillow on the side. But I use these big like these Bose headphones, and earbuds hurt my ears, and so I listen to ASMR every night just fine. Wake up with it still playing. They're fantastic. And if you want to check them out, I'll probably have a lot of links in the description box of this video. Okay. I probably should have had them here to show you, but they're downstairs. Number 8. What's your bedtime routine? So, my bedtime routine. I have terrible habits, which is so hypocritical of me, because all I do is try to put you guys to bed, and I just want you guys to be healthy and productive and all this stuff. But since I film very late at night, I usually film and then I'll play video games. Right now it's Fortnite. It used to be Overwatch, now it's Fortnite. And then I will go on social media, and then when I'm really tired, I will trudge up the stairs and plug in my sleep phones, put them on, put on a video, and like fall asleep. So that's actually my usual sleep routine. If I'm being good and responsible, it's a whole different story, but you know, not very glamorous. That's typically what my routine is like. I brush my teeth, of course, but a lot of the time I'm too tired to wash my face. So I oftentimes do a lot of like face washing and stuff in the morning. And then I try to make myself do it right after I film, before I sit down at my computer. I'm just too tired to get my face wet. And I know it's bad. Hi. But yeah, I'll always watch the video as well. I'm not a listener. I always have to have the video actually open on my phone in bed so I can watch it and then close my eyes. But it needs to be on my screen. I don't know. I just have to have it on. Number 9. What's your favorite trigger to do? And then do it. So, my favorite trigger to do is to actually do. I love doing the finger flutters for a short amount of time. And then I really like to do mic touching, especially with these roads. It's like super satisfying. Like brushing, touching, stuff like that. I've really liked that since I've switched my microphones. What's your least favorite trigger to do, and do it? Okay. I really hate unintelligible whispers because I feel like I don't do it right, and I feel like I'm breathing really weird. So unintelligible. You have to anything to say, but it's weird because I can't because I really want to do. But if I don't hear that, I'm really not doing anything at all. Exactly. I don't know. I find it uncomfortable. Like physically uncomfortable. Okay. And number 11. How long does it take you to make a video? How long does it take you to make a video? So, this is actually one of my most frequently asked questions, especially by people in real life, like friends and family. And my answer is always, it depends. It totally depends. Let's take this video for example. So it always starts with the idea. I had this idea, and then it took me about an hour to write the questions, phrase them how I wanted to, put them in order. And then I had to set up my equipment because it wasn't set up from the weekend. I had to change the battery, take the thumbnail photo, make sure the lighting was right, do my audio test, okay? So this is all like an hour to an hour and a half. And that's really short. The actual filming of this video, I'm sure, will be around 40 minutes. And then I have to upload the footage. And that takes just about 10 minutes. to send it to my editor. So if I was the one editing it, this would probably take me about, the video's 40 minutes long and all you're doing is cutting out sounds, probably take me about an hour and a half to edit it. But I'm like and I feel very competent in like Premiere Pro. But this isn't a green screen video and there's no extra sound effects or anything like that, so that's a very simple edit. And then once I get it back from my editor, I have to download it, upload it, and then do the title, description, tags, thumbnail, edit the thumbnail, turn monetization on, put the end screens on, and then share it on my social media. So I would guess in total this video less than 5 hours, and this is the simplest video I could do. And this isn't counting like doing hair and makeup and stuff because I had this on from stream. Something like a character roleplay, those take the longest to do because I have to study the source material and write the script and gather the costume, get into costume hair, take photos for Instagram, hopefully. I'm just really bad at that. And then actually film it, and usually the editing takes longer there and all that good stuff. Prepping by far takes the longest and amount of time, so that could be upwards of like double, triple the time that like a simpler video takes. And this is all like minus any sort of procrastination or distraction that occurs during the writing and filming and all that good stuff. So it could be, 5 hours, it could be 30 hours. You don't know, it depends. I would say on average it takes me, I would guess like 6 or 7 hours start to finish for one video if I were to like average it out. It's not too bad, but I've also gotten the hang of things over the last 2 years of consistently making content. I know what goes into it, basically. But maybe I'm completely off and I'm really bad at time. I'm gonna have to start tracking numbers because I have no good answer. Number 12. That was long enough. Okay, Gibi. Have you ever gotten tingles to your own videos? Very rarely, considering how much I've listened to my own audio while editing and rewatching. But I definitely have at least once. I think it was more than once, but I do remember editing what was it? A tapping video that I got tingles from, but it was a non-speaking one. Number 13, do you watch your own videos? Not to fall asleep or relax to, but I will go back and watch them out of like curiosity, to see, how did this turn out? Even though like I watch them after they're edited before they go online, but I'll go like back into like the archives and stuff like that, or after I read the comment section, people are like, I really liked this part. I'm like, oh, let me revisit that like with that comment in mind, sort of thing. I don't mind listening to my own content. A lot of people are like, I can't watch myself. If other people are in the room, that's when I get embarrassed. If like friends turn on my videos with other people around, I get very shy. Number 14. What software do you use to edit? Before I started handing it off to my editor, I used Premiere Pro CC, and that's what he uses as well. It is the best. What time of the day do you film? It is 1:24 a.m. right now. I usually start filming around midnight. Yes. What is your favorite video you've made? This one gets asked a lot, and because I have so many videos, it's so hard to pick. I'm quite proud of a few of them, mostly the character role plays. I really love the Harry Potter series that I just got to do because I wrote my own quiz for it, which I was really excited for, and I just have always wanted to put that into action, so I'm glad that I finally did. But I'll always say that my favorite one is the original Jessie roleplay, which you will be seeing a sequel to in the near future, which will, well, it's gonna top it. It's gonna top it.
You know, if we weren't kidnapping you, I'd ask you to join Team Rocket.
They can be my new partner after the boss fires you. We can ask for new uniforms. Oh, I want the skirt this time. Breezy.
The world can't handle your thighs, James.
Oh, don't I know it.
Anyway.
Number 17. Has there been any videos that had a negative reaction that you weren't expecting? Way back in the day, I keep saying that like I'm a grandma or something. Ben was in a back scratching video, and I was very naive because in quite a classic, predictable manner, people were not having it. They're like, this is weird, I feel like I'm intruding, blah, 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 blah. And that's a whole nother topic that we could go into here, because it's not just in the ASMR community, it's all content creators. Relationships and such are just like, that is such an interesting topic that I'm not going to get into, but it was that video that got a very negative reaction. And then, which I didn't even think about when I wrote this question, I was only thinking about the Ben video, was the latest Fortnite video I did. I didn't know that the audio was too loud, and I underestimated how many people hate Fortnite because, like, my Discord community, the Twitch community, and a lot of the creators and streamers that I watch, we all love Fortnite. So I always forget that there's like a huge group of Fortnite haters. It's pretty crazy. Number 18. What video of yours do you think didn't get the love it deserved? I put this question in because I want creators to like sort of bump their old videos that they're proud of. For me, again, it's mostly my character role plays, which is understandable because when you do something from a fandom that already exists, you're limiting yourself to mostly the people who watch that. So I was super, super proud of my collab with Bohemian Whispers, that we did our Daenerys roleplay, Game of Thrones 2-parter. House Martell on one side. House Lannister on the other. The second one would be my second Hermione video with the potions. I thought it was so cool. And now we must stir until the potion turns orange. It's a very colourful stir. The potion itself is going to be silver. So, yes. And I guess maybe the smoke was too fast or something, I don't know, but I worked so hard on that video and it like flopped, surprisingly. I guess maybe it wasn't a flop in the end, but it was at the time. And then the animated Team Rocket video.
Any self-respecting member of Team Rocket would have become dead without our trendy, slimming, and always on point uniforms.
They really showcase my sculpted thighs.
Enough with the toys.
Let's get you measured and fitted, shall we?
That video is so, maybe it's just niche, but I think Animated ASMR did such a good job. I had so much fun recording that one. That's definitely a favorite of my friends and family because James is my cousin, so I'm like my literal best friend in the whole world. So we love watching that one together. We think it's so funny. Okay. Number 19. What's something the audience doesn't know about the behind the scenes of your channel? So, something that you guys might not know. You might know this actually. I'm bad at answering my own questions. Is that I have my video ideas planned out at least a month in advance. Right now I have it every single video planned through mid-October, and I'm filming this in August. So I'm very much a planner, but I don't share the calendar because I want you guys to be surprised, and I often find myself shifting things around, like even like the week of and stuff like that. But it really helps me as a guideline. Yeah. I think a lot of you knew that, but maybe some of you didn't. All right, number 20. What's the most absurd request you've gotten from a fan? This is I get a lot of requests, and I think one of the best ones was a request to do an armpit Azula, but I think that has to be one of the strangest, most specific, like, inappropriate, but I'm not really sure why, video. Number 21. Do your family and friends know you do ASMR? Yes, I have definitely graduated into telling anyone and everyone that I do ASMR and they should listen to ASMR, and ASMR is fantastic. So I've definitely grown out of being embarrassed about it. I think at this point it's like mainstream enough that if I'm creating the content, you know, like I can't be embarrassed about it. I should be putting the good word out there. So all of my friends and family know. They are extremely supportive. I'm quite lucky about that. And yeah, my friends like to text me when someone that they know watches my videos. I think it's like the coolest thing. It's adorable. So number 22, has anyone ever recognized you in public? I get asked this a lot. Yes, they definitely have. Now, I don't go out a lot, but I do find it funny that I'm definitely more likely to be recognized in a place where my demographic is, I suppose. The other week I was in Portland and I was recognized by my waiter and by somebody working at the Japanese gardens, and he was super nice. Hi, I feel like you're watching this video. But it was really sweet, and I'm really lucky that everybody that I've met has been so nice to me. I've had people recognize me in airports. One time a TSA officer recognized me. At conventions is really, really common because of, you know, the overlapping interests of my community and myself. What was There was a couple of other ones that I'm like blanking on right now, but usually when I'm walking around like day to day, of course, the massive majority of the world is not going to recognize me. It always just pops up in random places, like my bartender or stuff like that. Okay. And we always have a very nice discussion about ASMR. Nobody has like another question that people ask me, like, does anybody ask you to whisper for them? No. Nobody. Number 23. What inspires your video ideas? This is a frequently asked question. They're like, where do you get your video ideas? It's a mixture. And I'll go through them briefly. The first one being literally popping into my own head or sitting down and thinking, actively thinking about video ideas. So that's just the brain process of thinking, you know, not a lot of inspiration and more like tactical logic and I don't know, just thinking about it. The second one would be ideas I get when I'm watching other people's content. So a lot of the times in my videos, you'll like hear me credit the idea or like the inspiration from another ASMRtist. Or, you know, it could totally be something where I'm watching this one thing, a tiny part of their video makes me think of a whole new video idea. You know, that's how the thinking process works. The third one would be just straight up requests from viewers. So when I had Patreon before it was retired, I would get like 70 video requests a month on average, and we would pick one of those out of the hat. But I would read through all of the suggestions and take the ones that I really liked and could see myself making, and sort of like save them away for later. So a lot of those requests have been made without being pulled out of the hat. And then just reading the comment section, reading, you know, my Discord, or if I'm ever streaming on Twitch, stuff like that. And then number 4 is sequels or extending upon ideas that I've already done. The thing about ASMR is that you can do the same thing so frequently, and a lot of times is what people want and request. You know, I'll put out a video and they're like, we want more of this right now, because the rewatchability is so high for ASMR. It's different. Another type of content creator, like a vlogger, can't do the same thing every day. Sorry about the water pipes. I'm not really sure what's going on in there. But the last one would be, the rewatchability. Of if a vlogger does the same thing every day, people don't want to watch that. But if I make a tapping video, next week people will be requesting tapping again. So it's kind of interesting. It's different. And that's sort of like the things that I've been learning by being an ASMR creator. I realize that I'm not the same. Like, not all the same rules apply to every genre of YouTube content creators. Number 24. Where do you find yourself spending the most time on the internet? Twitter. Twitter.com/Gibi official is where I spend a lot of time. Reddit, Twitch, and YouTube. I think those are my 4 most frequented places, and then I always have Discord up. So my Twitter, my Twitch, my YouTube, and then I'm always on Reddit, just like all the subreddits. I don't post too much as myself on there. Like I have an account on there. I go in the ASMR subreddit all the time, but it's usually just me like lurking. I don't like post or comment too much. I just read and look at a lot of stuff on Reddit. Number 25. What advice would you give to someone who wanted to make their own ASMR content? I get this question a lot as well. And for that, I have a couple videos that I could turn you to. But I will always repeat my tried and true advice, which is, first of all, know your audience, understand the community. So watch a lot of content. Don't just get into it because, it seems like it's hip or whatever. So post consistently and post content that you are interested in. Because I say that, first of all, it's going to be a lot harder for you to get bored with what you're doing. And then the second part of that is you will entice an audience that you get along with because they like the same stuff you do. And so that's something that I'm very grateful for with my personal Gibi community, is I've always tried to be myself in that I do things that I like and talk about things that I'm interested in, and now the community is really fantastic and I get along really well with the people in it. And then finally, be safe. So when you think about posting your first video, pretend that you have 5 million subscribers already. Think about what information you want to share. Really do a lot of hardcore backstalking on yourself and take things down before they become a problem. So stay safe, have fun, and work hard, I guess. Anyway, that is all of the questions. That's 25 questions. Some people that I think should do this ASMR tag video, although this video got a little long, so if you're up to the challenge, which I hope you will be, so I would personally like to challenge Frivolous Fox ASMR, Patala's ASMR, Karuna Satori ASMR, obviously ASMR, and ASMR Zeitgeist. I'd like to see your ASMR tag answering these questions, and if any of you watching would like to do it, please be my guest. But I wanted to do the classic YouTube pressured call out and hopefully learn a bit more about you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, hopefully everything I've referenced I'll link correctly in the description if you have any more questions. And thank you for watching and having fun. Good night, everybody.